Hi, everybody. Laura Bassen here for Simon Says Stamp. Today I've got a fun Easter card to share with you using some of the new spring release products. I'm starting with the balloon dies. Now, what I did was I took the smallest of the balloons and I'm going to show you a cool little trick. If you take your scissors and carefully trim off that little balloon tie, you know what you get? You get an Easter egg. So that's how we're going to make our Easter eggs. I went ahead and die cut 4 of those and trimmed them out. Now I'm going to take my ink blender and blend in some ink. I'm starting with the cotton candy. This is another new ink color that was just released in the spring. Beautiful, light, light, light pink. And you can see that my ink blender is starting to poop right out on me. The stick fell right off. The Velcro's fallen off. I'm going to get some of those little mini ones. Have you seen those new mini Tim Holtz ink blenders? Those look really cool. Actually, to be honest, I kind of like this ink blender without the stick. You can just get your hand right on it and hold it, and it actually works kind of good that way. So now I'm using Sunshine ink, and then this for this egg, I've got the mint. I really, really love that mint ink. So I'm trying to go a little darker on one side and lighter, so it looks kind of like the light source, it's hitting the eggs. And this last one is the Audrey Blue, another new beautiful color. So there we have our Easter eggs all colored. So now I'm going to start with a Nina Solar White card base, and I got the medium dot stencil. And I'm going to go in and blend some Sunshine ink just lightly in one area and then fade it out. I'm not covering the entire card front. I just want to do just a little dab of the dots. I just thought it gives a little something something to go behind the Easter eggs. See how pretty that is? Kind of cute. And now I've got this simple letter outline stamp set by Simon Says Stamp, and I'm going to spell out the word Easter. And I used my notebook paper to get my letters straight. Now there was only one E, so I used the F for that second E so I could get the spacing. Then I'll take that off, and I'll have to go back in and stamp that E twice. Now I'm just lining up my eggs the way I want them to look on my card, and I'm going to gently pat them down with an embossing powder bag. I always, 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 always use an embossing powder bag before I emboss something. It's just an absolute must-have thing to do. Okay, so now I'm stamping it with my Versamark ink, and Versamark ink is really sticky. So all my eggs are going to stick to it and fall off, but that's okay because you can see where I stamped it with a Versamark ink. You can see it well enough to go back in and restamp it a second time. And I'm going to just take each egg separately because now I know where it needs to go, where the letters need to go. Because when you're stamping them all stacked up like that, you're not getting a really good impression the way you need to. So I'm going to take each one individually, restamp it, and then pour the powder on and emboss those. That's how you got to do it. It's like a two-step process in order to get a real crisp sentiment. So now that we've got them all stamped, you're just going to piece them together and adhere them with some um, tape, some double-sided tape, or you could glue them, whatever works easiest for you, but I just use some tape. Okay, really easy to line them up like that. And now I'm going to take a piece of vellum. This is basil vellum, and I'm going to stamp the word happy to go above the Easter. So I took this birthday messages stamp set. It's a new one. And see that happy birthday? I cut that apart with my scissors so that I could just stamp the word happy on the vellum. What do you guys think? Do you think you're going to color Easter eggs this year? Do you like to do that with the kids? Do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy when they plop the egg into the die and it splatters all over the kitchen and everyone fights over because Sally got 5 eggs and Joey got 2 eggs and no, there wasn't an even amount of eggs, and I swear if I made 100 boiled eggs, it still wouldn't be enough eggs for my kids. They just want to color all the livelong day. And here's another question for you. Do you guys have ham or turkey for Easter? Because we like ham, but my husband wants to have turkey. And that has nothing to do with my card. And I always get off topic, and it usually has to do with food. But I'm just curious if you like ham or if you like turkey. Or maybe you just go for pizza or Chinese. Hey, that don't sound bad. That doesn't sound half bad at all. Anyway, okay, so back to the card. I've got my vellum strip there. I just trimmed a little fishtail in the side of it. And what I'm going to do is to attach it to the card, I'm going to run a little stitch with my sewing machine just right there to attach the vellum. And that's all there is to it. The card is finished. Hey, I hope that you have a wonderful Easter, and thanks so much for joining me today.